Ram sir is the author of the Born to Win process, which is based on the learnings from the Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. The program has impacted over 1 lakh entrepreneurs, corporate executives. Some of the clients Born to Win has helped are ABB, Arvind Brands, Ashirwad Pipes, Axis Bank, BEL, BMS College of Engineering, Brigade Group, Savasa Homes, Kalyani Polymers, Canara Bank, Club Mahindra, Escorts, Hall, HMT, India Post, ISRO, ITC Infotech, KPTCL, Marks and Spencers, Microsoft, Prestige Constructions, Raj Petro, RMZ Corp, Sansera, SAP Labs, Sasken, Shantala Group, State Bank of India, SJR Prime Corp, Tata Teleservices Limited, Toyota Kirloskar, TTK Healthcare Limited, Waldel VST Tractors and Tillers. For 40 years, he has implemented the philosophy of I can, you can, and we can, based on the principle of Aham Brahmasmi. He is now working to help empower and create enlightened entrepreneurs by aligning their Shakti, Ichha, Jana, Kriya with Manas Shakti. His signature program is Enough is Enough. Dimag ki batti jalao. Take charge of your life. Welcome, sir. Interesting introduction, which I read, and I'm very excited to hear more from you. Welcome to Vyapar Jagat. Over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Kavita ji, for that lovely introduction. Namaskar. Warm welcome to all of you, and Dr. Praveen Parmar, and somebody who's becoming a good friend of mine, Aditya. Thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you and share some thoughts with all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining, and looking forward, sir.
Right. So I'm going to talk to you about the intensity of intention. Just as a continuation to what we talked about a little earlier. What do I mean by that? I mean, is it a play of words, or is it something that can really make a difference, can make some sense? Everybody has a need or a want to succeed. Everybody but everybody wants to succeed. There is nobody on earth who doesn't want to succeed. Okay, that's why I called my company Born to Win. And when I'm saying that everybody wants to succeed, everybody starts out with the intention, especially when you want to start an enterprise. And I love what Siddharth talked about a little while earlier, about the fact that, the time is now and the time is best in India at this point of time, and especially in rural India, where we're going to do extremely well. So having said that, somebody asked, why is it that, individuals, or why is it that enterprises don't succeed? What could be the reason for them not to succeed? For the last 40 years, I've been consulting with a number of enterprises across the country, very large, very small, small companies, large companies, big companies, all kinds of companies. And I've really found something very interesting in all the research, and that's the research that's actually gone into the entire Born to Win program. And the research that we've done shows that there is a difference between the intensity of the intention that some people have and some people are still to get there. And it is very, very important for all of us as entrepreneurs to find out कि इस इंटेंसिटी को हम कैसे लाएं, कैसे इस इंटेंसिटी को कन्वर्ट करें, इसका क्या कुछ प्रोसेस है, इसका कुछ एक तरीका है, इसका कुछ तौर है, जिससे हमारी जो इंटेंशन है वो और इंटेंस हो जाएगा. This is a very, very important point. You see, this research that we heard a little earlier about how enterprises fail and why do they fail and what could be the reasons for their failure, and there are so many reasons that we give, that there is a market misunderstanding, mismatch, there is a team issue, there are finance issues, there is cash flow problems, etc., etc., etc. All this is there. But the point is that if you look at the enterprises that succeed, despite all this, they succeed. They also get into a trap where there will be a market mismatch, or there will be a finance problem, or there'll be a team problem. All of these are challenges that they also have. So we need to go one step behind some of these reasons that are given as to why people are failing or why are enterprises failing, and find out, is there anything else that we can do? And for this, Praveen and Aditya, you'll be surprised, I decided to dig into our own Indian philosophy. Because one of the challenges that I have today with most of these, and today morning I was in a very, very interesting discussion with another friend of mine who runs a very interesting MBA institute. I said, the biggest problem, the biggest challenge with management education, and I'm saying this after having taught in virtually every single management school in this country. The challenge with most management education today in this country is that most of the case studies that they tell us to do, or they teach us, are all based on certain examples from the Western world. And why is that? For a simple reason. They managed to create it into a case study. We have not taken some of our homegrown success stories and made it into a case study. And I think that's one of the things that I'd like to recommend to Vyapar Jagat, that there are so many beautiful success stories in our backyards that we have not gone and created into case studies. Okay. Recently, Praveen, you're from Ahmedabad, and I was in Ahmedabad a couple of years ago. My daughter studied there, and we went to this absolutely smashing place, which used to make these, what do they call that? This dosa khakra. Okay. That Hiraben, or I forget which, some.
Induben.
Induben, correct.
Induben khakra, yeah.
Induben, right? Now that is a huge success story. Imagine if we can make a case study on that and share it with our MBA colleges and schools. Okay, and our MBA students. Now, likewise, for instance, in Baroda, I was in Baroda in September, and I went to this shop. I think it was called Apex or something like that. And that guy was, when I chatted him up, he was telling me, he said, our products go all over the world. They're exported all over the world. I said, oh my God. And he makes some pickles, and he makes some, farsan and stuff like that. And, he gave me one. He said, why don't you take this powder? This is Pani Puri powder. You just have to mix this and you'll get all this stuff that you want. You can have Pani Puri in Bangalore. I'm saying, look, this is a great success story. Okay. There is another fellow there who makes some absolutely good. Why am I saying all this? There are some gorgeous products that we have in this country. In every city, we have success stories. We need to make them into case studies, and we in India need to understand it. So in the same light, when I started talking to success stories, you see, there is one kind of a success story, which is one very large one, whether it is the Adanis or the Ambanis or the Tatas or the Birlas or whatever, they are one level of a success story. But at the same time, there are hundreds of success stories that we could learn from, which are local success stories, which are success stories that are doing extremely well over the years, and they're maintaining their product, they're maintaining their quality, and they continue to expand. And now this is something that I sincerely believe all of us must try and figure out and learn from. So this is what. So when I started researching this, and I said, is it possible for us to look at this and say, how can we start sharing these, the secret ingredients of our homegrown success stories, the small, tiny success stories, the dosa wala who's been around for the last 20, 25 years and continues to deliver great dosas. Now that's a great success story. That guy is doing a fantastic job. Or, so many of these people who are doing very well. And from that, Praveen, emerged this entire theory that I'm going to share with you right now on the intensity of intention. अगर अपने को, if we want to understand कि ये success का क्या how do we do that? So let's go back into what is our own Indian ethos, Indian thought. If you look at the Indian ethos and the thought, we have been taught in our, in the Upanishads, in the Puranas, especially in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that there are 3 different Shaktis that need to be aligned for anybody to become successful in life. 3 शक्तियां होती हैं. Okay? ये 3 शक्ति क्या है? एक, इच्छा शक्ति. अपने को जो भी करना है, अपनी इच्छा, हम लोग का इच्छा जो मतलब एक इच्छा होना चाहिए कि हमको we want to be successful in life. Whatever it is that we want to do, we need to figure out a way of harnessing this ichha shakti that is there within each one of us. The second thing that we need to look at is what is known as jnana shakti. इच्छा होनी चाहिए, लेकिन सिर्फ इच्छा होने से सक्सेसफुल होता ये मुश्किल है. तो we need to get into a situation of what is known as ज्ञान शक्ति. तो उसका जो नॉलेज है, उसका जो विजडम है, उसको भी अपने को हार्नेस करना पड़ेगा. तीसरा इज कॉल्ड क्रिया शक्ति. अगर आपकी इच्छा ठीक है और आपका नॉलेज है, लेकिन आपका एफर्ट होना चाहिए उसमें. चौथा इज व्हाट इज नोन एज मनस शक्ति, कि ये सब क्रिया कर रहे हो आप, ऑब्स्टिकल्स आएंगे आपके द्वार पे, बट हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू बी स्ट्रॉन्ग मेंटली so that you can go and do what you want to do. So when I studied this model, I was shocked that if you can align these 4 Shaktis and make Abhyasa a continuous practice, then I think we've got a fantastic recipe for success. I'd just like to share a few slides. What do you mean by Ichha Shakti? Ichha Shakti is all about the fire within. And how do you make sure that this fire within is going to glow in a very, very proper way? Okay? ये जो आग होनी चाहिए, what we call the fire in the belly. Okay? Now this fire in the belly concept itself is something which is a very Indian concept. We say that the Navi is the center of our entire human body. So उसमें जो आग होनी चाहिए, that is the Ichha Shakti. Now, Ichha Shakti करने के लिए अपने को, what do we need to do on the Ichha Shakti part? We need to get 3 things right into place. Okay, what have I done? All right, we need to get 3 things right into place. The first is that we need to work on what I call our Swadharma. You see, you don't start a business because of the fact that it is good money that you can earn. You start a business only for one reason. And that is because you are doing something that is making you happy. So your Swadharma is something which is very, very interesting. Swadharma is all about making sure, Praveenji, there are people in the waiting room that's disturbing me. So can you just admit them or do something with them, please? Okay. So when your enterprise, when your business, when your entire idea is based on your Swadharma, then your Ichha Shakti is glowing nice and bright. What is the meaning of Swadharma? Swadharma is a very simple concept. Swadharma is doing something that makes you happy while ensuring that there is nobody else who is unhappy. Let me repeat this. Swadharma is to do something that makes you happy without making anybody else unhappy. That is the whole meaning of your Swadharma. So is my enterprise something that is going to help me make people happy in a way that I am going to be happy and I'm going to make the whole world happy and I'm not making anybody unhappy? If that is happening, then you've got the first leg of Ichha Shakti. The second leg of Ichha Shakti is your inner strength. We live in a deeply comparative world. Unfortunately, when we live in this deeply comparative world, what happens to each one of us is that we are constantly compared with somebody else. And in the process, we forget what our strengths are. We've got to have a system by which you keep reminding yourself of your inner strengths. Everybody is unique. Remember this. So how can we make sure that your inner strengths are harnessed by you? You become aware of this and you keep working on this on a day-to-day basis. Don't listen to anybody who says that you're weak. Don't listen to anybody who says that आप में दम नहीं है, आप succeed नहीं कर पाओगे. उसे छोड़ दीजिए आप. आपको सिर्फ एक ही एक काम करना है, और जो भी आपका स्ट्रेंथ है, जो भी आपका इनर स्ट्रेंथ है, और इसको एक प्रोसेस में बिठाना चाहिए अपने को, दैट जो भी अपना इनर स्ट्रेंथ है, उस इनर स्ट्रेंथ को हम लोग एवरी डे वी नीड टू हार्नेस. याद रखिए. The third leg of Ichha Shakti is what is known as Abhyasa. Now, what is the meaning of this Abhyasa? It is to practice. I love what Shiv Khera said in the morning, that if you keep doing the same thing every day, it does not, if you keep practicing the same day, it does not mean that you're doing the perfect things. No, you're not. It's just this, that you've got good at doing something right. But when you're practicing, when your Abhyasa is doing it, you must do it in the spirit of a Karma Yogi. Now, what is this whole Karma Yogi thought? That look, when you do some action, there will be a result. There is no doubt about that. Being a Karma Yogi does not mean that you forsake your ability to drive a result. No, it does not. What it only suggests to us is this, that if you do whatever practice, whatever abhyasa that you do on a day-to-day basis, do it from a Karma Yogi's perspective, which means be worried about the outcome, not the result. Whenever you put in an effort, there will be an outcome. Now you focus on your effort, because every day you need to focus on your effort and people will come. I gave you some examples a little while earlier, tiny enterprises, small enterprises, micro enterprises. If you just go and look at each one of them, what are they doing? They're doing things that makes them happy. And that's why whether he's running a dosa shop, whether he's running a tailoring shop, whether he's running a barber shop, whatever be the micro enterprise that he is running. And remember, India is made out of those. 70% of Indian economy actually comes from the micro enterprises, the tiny enterprises. If you can get this Ichha Shakti going, which is aligning your Swadharma, working on your inner strengths, not worrying about what you don't have, focusing on what you have and making sure that you use that as a means of getting what you want to get. And finally, your Abhyasa from a Karma Yogi's perspective. If you can do this, then you're fueling your Ichha Shakti. I'll just give you a small example of what I'm saying. And I'm going to give you some examples again from an industry that all of us understand, which is the food industry, because that is something that every one of us is familiar with. I was recently, there is a fantastic guy here in Bangalore who makes some of the most beautiful idlis, and it's called Brahmins. It's a guy called Adiga. And I was asking him this. I said, when did you start this enterprise? This is something that his father had started. It is not something. But from then till now, their idlis are supposed to be very, very famous. There are no tables to sit. Right outside his outlet, there are hundreds literally of customers every day who get together and want to eat that idli. Why? Because he is doing something that makes him happy. He's working on his Swadharma. The strength that he's working on is very simple. He's got a tiny outlet. And he says, look, this is my strength. I can make the best idlis. I don't want to make a dosa. I don't want to make sambar. That's not my strength. And finally, he works like a Karma Yogi. Every day, can you imagine, coming up and making that same idli? Now, this is the power of Ichha Shakti. And this is something that we need to inculcate in all the young people, in all the entrepreneurs that we've got. Not very difficult. We can see this happening across. The second thing that we need to work on is what is known as your Jnana Shakti. A lot of businesses fail, Praveen, only for one reason. Because there is a business of the business enterprise that we need to focus upon. We are so focused on our customers that we forget that ours is also a business. Yaar, apna bhi dhanda hai, dost. तो अगर मैं मेरे धंधे के ऊपर फोकस नहीं करूंगा तो बिल्कुल मेरा धंधा will go pat, because we are so focused on delivering to our customers that we forget that our business is important. Now, what is Jnana Shakti all about? Jnana Shakti is about three very important points. There is an input that you get into your business. How can you make sure that this input, whether it is men, whether it is material, whether it is processes, are all inputs that are going to be of the highest quality? I recently read a beautiful, forward on WhatsApp. WhatsApp University is fantastic. You get all these lovely forwards. And it was said that there is this farmer who's a champion grower of corn. But wo kya karta hai? He makes sure that he distributes his seed across all the farmers around him. Why? Because he says that's the only way that in the cross-pollination, my crop also becomes the best crop. The input that you get, we need to work. This whole thinking that supplier hai, vendor hai, usko squeeze karo, usko nichod do, usse pura matlab uska muh khol ke, uske daant ke piche jo chupa, wo bhi खींच के निकालो, ये नहीं चलने वाला है. This is absolutely rotten thinking. This is typically an MBA thinking कि कुछ भी करो और मेरे जो सप्लायर है, मेरा वेंडर है, उसको ऐसा निचोड़ो कि he will not make any money in the process. उसको पैसे मत दो. ये गलत है. We have to figure out a way in which the people who are supplying the input to us is of the highest order. The second thing that we need to focus is on the output. That whatever you produce, there is an output. And that output has to be of the highest quality. So how can you make sure that the output that you're producing is meeting the requirements of your customers? And you need a lot of research. Remember, 40% or more of the startups that fail is because there is a mismatch between the market expectations and the product or the process that you're giving. And that is why there is a failure there. And most important link between the input and the output is your process. Aapka jo process hai, it has to be absolutely mazboot. Itni mazboot honi chahiye process, and you must consult people to get the best processes in place. Go get I keep telling all enterprises, get a mentor, don't worry, pay him, how you pay him, don't worry about that. But make sure that the processes that you use are processes that are going to be absolutely top class. And this is the Jnana Shakti that we need to get at. I was talking to a very famous restaurant in Hyderabad. And that guy told me something amazing. He said, how I make money, sir? I make money only on 3 things. Number 1, I make sure that whatever I buy every day in the market is the best produce. And I personally go and supervise that buying. 2, I make sure that my customers are absolutely happy. And 3rd, my process is so strong that my wastage is 0. Do you know, Praveen, that in the restaurant business, the biggest cause of a loss is wastage? And he says, my process is so strong. Now, this is Jnana Shakti. Now, I used to be in the advertising business. The same thing holds good there. When we used to create some of the best ads, whether it is for Sundrop cooking oil or whether it is Seat Tires or Amul or Zandubam or whichever company that I worked on, and I created some absolutely stunning ads, we followed this to the T. That look at your process has to be so strong that with a great input, fabulous process, your output is going to be strong. And this is the Jnana Shakti. This is the business of the business enterprise that entrepreneurs must focus on. The third thing that I told you that we need to look at very clearly is this. We need to focus on something called Kriya Shakti. Bhai, इच्छा तो strong है, knowledge भी अच्छा है, process भी ठीक है, लेकिन अपने को क्रिया नहीं करना है. What does Kriya Shakti mean? How can you implement whatever you know so that you will succeed in life? The implementation aspect. And this has 3 legs again. 1 is to pursue excellence. कि हम लोग जो भी करेंगे, छोटा करेंगे, बड़ा करेंगे, उससे कुछ हिसाब नहीं है. लेकिन जो भी हम करेंगे, हम एक ऐसा भावना से करेंगे कि we will give you a product that is absolutely excellent. ये एक फीलिंग होनी चाहिए हम में कि जो मैं कर रहा हूं, मैं इतना मोहब्बत से कर रहा हूं, मैं इतना प्यार से कर रहा हूं कि ये absolutely excellent होना चाहिए. Recently in our building, we did a temple. And I met the person who carved the murti. And he was saying it took him a long time to do that. And he said, I was paying so much of attention to the tiniest of details. कोई बोलेगा अरे क्या इतना फर्क गिरता है यार, मतलब उसका जो गणपति का जो मूर्ति है उसमें गार्लैंड था, how does it matter? It'll get covered. No. And he said, no, I need to make sure that is the best product. Excellence. The second thing that we need to look at is effectiveness. You see, if you want to have a sustainable operation, then it has to be effective. What is the meaning of effectiveness? Sometimes in the pursuit of excellence, we also forget this very, very important point, that if it is not sustainable, then you must have the guts and the courage to give it up. So effectiveness becomes another very, very strong leg on Kriya Shakti. And the third, the growth or the scalability. It's very, very important for us to remember that you need to grow these brands. You need to grow the enterprise to whatever level that you're comfortable with. I'm not saying that everybody should aspire to become $1 billion company. That is not the idea at all. But whatever it is that you're going to be doing, it needs to be scalable, because the enterprise must grow. That is something which is important. So Kriya Shakti is excellence, effectiveness, and growth. Sustainability, scalability. So long as we have this with us, then this enterprise is bound to succeed. The last thing is about the Manashakti. How do you stay the course? I see a lot of entrepreneurs coming up, and when I ask them, I say, okay, what is the long-term plan? You know, the shocking thing they tell me is, sir, 5 saal mein mujhe retire hona hai. I said, ye galat hai. Definitely you retire in 5 years. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point is, you don't start the enterprise saying कि मेरे को पैसा बनाना है या मेरे को retire होना है 5 साल के अंदर. ये गलत thinking है. This is not right. So how do you do this? Number one, every day you will find obstacles. जिंदगी का यही मतलब है कि आपको पत्थर मिलेगा, आपको कांटा मिलेगा रास्ते पे. ये मत सोच के सब चलिए कि मेरे रास्ते में कोई पत्थर ना होगा ना कांटा होगा. This is foolishness. So there will be obstacles that will come in your way. The entire Bhagavad Gita, Praveen, is all about this play of obstacles and how do you overcome these obstacles. Because you will have hot and cold, you will have pleasure and pain. ये होने वाला है. You need to get that mental strength not to get carried away when you have any obstacles, and not to get carried away when you get success on your way. Treat both in what Krishna calls is sthita prajna. Become a sthita prajna, which means become immune to the play of the opposites that will happen in your life. You know, Praveen, when I was running my ad agency in Bombay, on one fine day, my client called me and said, we are sacking you. And it was a very important client. You know, this is way back in 96, 97. It was a very, very important customer, because every month he used to give us a retainer fee of 4 lakhs, which is a lot of money. And he called us out of the blue and he said, well, I'm sorry, but we are not working and something, and you're out. And I was completely, shattered, because we put in a good amount of effort. The boys were shattered. Everybody was shattered in the office. But I came back to the office and I told the guys, I said, look, we've got to figure out a way of getting out of this. Let us not, continue to be sad. And that evening we went to Reserve Bank of India and we made a fantastic presentation to Reserve Bank of India and we got the account. Now, why am I saying this? That this opposites will be there in life. Chhod dijiye usko. Don't worry about it. The next thing is, I talked about abhyasa a little earlier, perseverance. The difference between failure and success, and this is after 40 years of doing this, is one night. सिर्फ एक रात का फासला है, याद रखिए. जो आदमी गिव अप करता है, वो इंसान एक दिन पहले, before that person could have been successful, gives up. So you need to have that perseverance. वो एक अभ्यासा होनी चाहिए कि हम persevere करेंगे. And next, you must have that vairagya, that one-pointed focus, not to get worried about what happens. So these are the 4 things that become very important. The Ichha Shakti, the Jnana Shakti, the Kriya Shakti, and the Manas Shakti. If you get all these 4 into alignment, then the intensity of your intention is extremely strong and you will succeed in life. Ladies and gentlemen, there are enough and more of examples around us of brands, of people, of products, of services who've succeeded. And they've been successful not yesterday, not day before yesterday, but for the last 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 years. We need to learn from them.
Mr. Ramkumar Seshu, we have one question that we are born to win, but it seems we lack in having a molder mentor. If so, how to fill the gap?
Why would we not get a mentor anyway? Let me, you see, this is another, I'm sorry, right now I'm very, very concerned about, the education system that all of us are going through in life. Okay, I have nothing against MBAs and things like that.
Some people think that they are not getting a right mentor in their life.
Yeah. So who can be a good mentor for you? Let me answer this question.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't look for brands as mentors. They will never give you the time. Okay. Go to simple people who made a success of their life and talk to them, and they will mentor you. What do you need mentoring on? Most of my time as a coach, most of my time as a facilitator, most of my time as a guide is spent on doing one very simple thing. I talked about the play of opposites. A lot of people get confused about that. That should I do this? Should I do that? Kaun sa rasta should I take up? Now, you don't need the most intelligent man on earth. You can go to your grandmother. You can go to your grandfather, and they will tell you what to do. Because this is common sense. So one of the things that I keep telling people, I have 6 mentors. I have 6 mentors. And one of them, you'll be surprised, is who? It used to be a driver. Because that guy would actually teach me some beautiful, home truths about human beings. And this is a cab driver. He was the guy who many years ago taught me how to breathe. So don't go for a brand as a mentor. Look around you. Look around your family. Talk to granny. Talk to grandfather. Talk to elder brother. Talk to your son. Talk to your daughter. Anybody can be a mentor, because you need to be mentored only on one point. Remember, what do I do when I get stuck in a duvida? Should I do this? Should I do that? And that is the time when you need a lot of common sense. You don't need domain knowledge at that time. Remember that. So please don't go and try and choose a brand as a mentor. If you're lucky, if you get a brand, great. If you don't, doesn't matter. But try and get people who are rooted in reality and who will be able to guide you.
Truly said, sir. One more question is coming up. It is regarding law of attraction. Someone says that he has heard that if you want something, if you have Ichha Shakti of achieving some goal, if you write it on a paper and keep it under your pillow, you get it. Is it true?
Many years ago, there was this friend of mine who had this desire, who had this ichha to win a lottery. So वो lottery ticket खरीदता था. Okay, and he used to pray to God.
Right.
So भगवान मेरे को lottery कैसे भी दिला दे. So after some time, he stopped buying the tickets. Till one day, God came in his dreams and said, "अरे बेवकूफ, पहले जाके ticket तो खरीद. मैं कहाँ से तेरे को lottery दिलाऊंगा if you don't buy the ticket?" Right?
Correct.
Now, the point is this, that, Ichha Shakti hona acha hai. Law of attraction is very good, but law of attraction should be followed with the other 3, no? The Jnana, the Kriya, and the Manas Shakti. सिर्फ एक टिकट खरीद के रखो, या सिर्फ, तकिए के नीचे आप लिख के रखो कि मैं कल सुबह उठ के बिलियनर बन जाऊंगा, या मेरा स्टार्टअप जो है will become a $1 billion valuation, nothing will happen. So you've got to follow that through. Yes, you have to have that. That is very important. That's the first leg. But without the jnana, without the kriya, and without the manas shakti, you're not going to get what you want. It's like somebody saying, I want to get thin, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight. But then I continue to eat nonsense. I don't exercise. How are you, how are you going to end up
getting thin? Yeah.
Yeah, you're losing weight.
So true. So Dr. Praveen Parmar, do you have any question? Do
No,
you
I don't have
any
any
Ichha
question.
Shakti that is not getting accomplished? You can ask.
No, I don't have any questions. Actually, I got very inspired from the talk of Ram Kumar sir, and yeah. So so sir, whatever you are saying, I mean, sometimes, or maybe, for many people, it is like, it is simple thing, right? But actually, it is not simple. It is most powerful, right? That is, someone who has experience those things practically, they can understand that it looks very simple, but it is most powerful thing. And sir, you have shared your insights about the karma and everything. So that is the actual nature. We are part of the nature, and that is something that is the the actual thing. The entire ecosystem, or the entire thing is working based on those fundamental algorithms. So that is really very useful for, I think, all the entrepreneurs and those who are attending this particular session. So I would like to thank Ram Kumar sir. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your insights, sharing knowledge, and educating all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Life, Praveen, is very simple. Yeah, life is very simple. We go and make it complex and then search for simple solutions.
True.
My mission in life is to decomplicate life, demystify life and make it very simple, yeah, so that everybody can do what we need to do. It's as simple as that.
No, but that is the point, sir. We forget the basics, and we are following set of things which are actually making our life very complicated. And I think the same thing applies in businesses. And as in the morning, the Kera Sahib was saying that the people, those who have done PhD, are on the wrong direction, right? So because we are misguided by the by this particular market, or by other influencers or whatever. I mean, but it is the fact. Yes, very true.
So true. Thank you, Dr. Praveen, and thanks a lot, Mr. Ram Kumar, for such a Dimag Kholofai session, and was really enlightening session. I personally really enjoyed in this session. Thank you so much, and thank you, Dr. Praveen, for your truly said words.